Welcome back. Let's continue, shall we? Alright, so all we have to do is go to the wait. I think so. Bam, ba-da, ba-bam. Ba, 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 ba. My audience for the Elder C series is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to task the recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship counter as before. Okay, so we got one here, one here, one here, one there. So where's the fifth one? Our fifth one will probably be on the other side, I think. Whatever. Let's proceed. Oh, it's four. Duh. Okay. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By the fickle fortune must have the first face I see upon my release be yours? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurenatus, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Berkeran's. Uh, 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 who? Lariatus, I was selling maps and supplies to the Guardians before you and those red-belling poachers mopped the forest floor with my ex-whale employers. Here now, just how many criminals have you dealt with that my ignoramus tales ignites not the slightest flicker of recognition? The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? The business brings you to this part of Gridania. Recruiting? Eh? And what is your policy for reformed convicts? As matters stands, the wood railers will have not more to do with me. This may be the second chance I was looking for. Rather so, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this. I promise you I am a changed man. Okay, what's your face? Oops, I can't run. Can't walk through there. Oh, okay. Oh, this girl. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest your torment back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Akira, isn't it? It has been some time since our pass crossed outside the copper mines. You were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Miorin tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome black wolf, and now your sought heart souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Your cause is undoubtable just, and my old companions here would be most relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, yes, I'll do this in the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career for working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Ishtori safely home. At least we're getting more members. Oh, is it the old man? Give me one moment. Okay. Hey, it's the old man. Hey, or butler or whatever. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remains to me, and bear responsible for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. You're gonna die all alone here? Okay, good luck dying alone. I really don't care. Probably this is a probably no. 'Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to be some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Okay, whatever. Go for it, Chef. Alright. Airship landing. Yay! Alright, sweet. What news, Akira? For my part, the elder here was more amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety that much as is certain and interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Oda whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Sap, I request Oda. Um, um, I think this is it. Yes. Hustling strip. Hey, I was right. Uda the gilded city where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful at the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment effort? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade with our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Akira. Okay. Alright, so first one will be here. Okay, so first one will be Haya. Then we shall teleport to the minor skill. Oops, wrong way, wrong way. All right. Wait, wait, you're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for a masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides we were such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Lo Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. All right. Minor skill. All right. No, Blue Mage, not today. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Ocean, the Church of Saint Adamalanda. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must thank you for preventing the fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones, less fortune. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion Thancred, wasn't it? Tis a new companion you seek. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the Church of the Children nevertheless. I wish you well in this undertaking. So right there, and the other one will be at Sapphire. Okay, sweet. Thick. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashion manner positioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Okay. Alright. Let's recruit this guy. Oh, no. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entirely. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Okay, whatever, ace. Oh, this asshole. Have you come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard it. Seems that would-be savior Udal's refugees went and got himself killed, and not by your hand. He was just as much as a pawn as the hapless cast-offs he sought to deceive. Eh? That's not why you're here? Aye, you'd be surprised what rumors drift to the Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd be go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers of the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Okay. Oops. How fared it you, Akira? What hidden gems did the streets of Uda offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamingo Megan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. So these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eurasia's salvation must seem akin to gasping at clouds. But there's those who have risen to the challenge, nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Akira. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Yes, we are free to begin, as you have no doubt surmissed. The Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessing. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secured. There is not to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on the corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubt surrounding the enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be easy process, but we will earn everyone's trust. Trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no time of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eurasia.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
That was very touching. Alright, let's return. Ba ba ba. Ba ba da da. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort as at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Akira. I am certain the attendant will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Greetings, Akira. Afra tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such a organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Totaru is cooperating with Alfred to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for a time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Southbourne might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Alright. Do, do, do. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. What can I do for you, Akira? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with the new arm of the Scions. Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrived. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. Well, I appreciate your offer of aid. 'Tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the attendant, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Southbourne, the shipment, we couldn't. Good gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's provisions earmarked for the frontier effort, but just as we sought to cross over into Oda, we were set upon by brigades. I believe they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive me. This is not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these shipments originate? House Fort Temps. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Akira, were you not on good terms with the Knights of Fort Temps? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relationships with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Harchevent will be glad of your assistance. Bow, 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 bow. Boom, boom. Bup. Well, if it isn't my finest friend, Akira Blacklives, would you care for a plate of roast karoku, some mulled wine? No, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revan's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Alright, let's go to Whitebrim. Shit. There we go. Oh man, this music just makes me want to replay Final Fantasy VI. Uh, ba-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Okay, is aught you would ask of me? Pray speak plainly. I am the man of action and need no hun-eyed words. On the trail of the band of thieves, thieving heretics, you say? By the fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess this. 'Tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to invade our most able trackers. But 'tis um, not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grips of righteous furor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural seal. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims, as fate would have it. In your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has gained the use of his facilities, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Alright. Come on. Seriously? There we go. Fuck. There we go. Tell you what happened? Yeah, why? Yes, of course. I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then the one of them noticed my brimming glaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with a mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snow Cloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. Then they tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Alright. Let's beat the shit out of heretics, shall we? Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Up, shit. Draw your weapon. Foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come-seeking heretics. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we glanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished with icy wraiths. Alright. You glimpse at a woman on top of the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself? Come to sneer at our folly? Where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. Some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not to the men to risk further investigation. What be best were we to return to White Brim Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamont. Alright, time to go back. Bam, 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 bam. Mm-mm. I think it's here. All right. Hey, wait, no. There we go. There we are. Akira, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloaked were some of the finest that they should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. What would we be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be very lair of our enemy? Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Haruchamafant of your discoveries, he will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them for our justice for long. Okay, let's teleport to Dragon Head. Nope. That's right.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretic's hideaway? Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Rip, sorry about that. I think I kind of skipped one. Oh well. Akira, 'tis good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Korathas? How's Contemps is to send us a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Hautrophant of his continued generosity. Yet, even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Afred's new recruits include, must remain vigilant against such threats. While you were away in Corthalas, preparations of the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tatro doesn't yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of my time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Akira, you started me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid! Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered in Revan's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garment immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to FFXIV if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Signs will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Alright. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself tis an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealthy applicant in self-replica costumes to the adoring masses. I thought it to best to mimic my fellow who's here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my introduction into the Wood Whalers. The Scarlet Garb remarks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hearty defender of Limsa Lominsa, yet in truth I stand for the betterment of the realm and sought the new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. I believe we've met. I'm Alberta, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others to rebuild in rebuilding their lives. Uniforms are a shred decision. There is one easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Where's the... There we are. Akira Black Clothes, gods, I did not expect to be meeting you strolling around about the town. Take the tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Soul. Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Little Alamigan could learn much from Revenant's Soul, that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite a voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Fuck. There we go. Hello there, lass. Looking for me, was he? I suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Aha, proper uniforms and all this things cuts off the blood to me head. Not to worry though, I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Ishtoria, Ishlador has a last retired from the adventurous life, though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit. I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Yes, the uniform, thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Oh, that's nice. Kira, Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assumed you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered to the call of arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall be known across the breadth of Erosia. The moment the truth draws near, Akira, once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. from this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Alright, let's proceed to the last quest.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Oops, okay, very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transportation. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. Two. This winds are uncommonly fierce this day. Damn you, Asians. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode and see you next one. Bye.